Hey Leo, Happy New Year's. I really hope you guys brought in the year with a bang, which I know you did. You're a fire sign. If y'all don't do it with a bang, it's gonna be bombs bursting in air. I know y'all probably did some fireworks if you could. I hope you guys got to see all your people. Everybody that's close to you or Zoom, whichever way you were able to connect, I hope you were. Let's get into this January love reading though. Leo. Now, if you are new here, welcome. I'm glad you're here. For love readings, I do things in fours because that is my favorite number. And also, I do not believe that there is one size shoe that fits all of us when it comes to love. So that's kind of why I did this. You may fall into more than one category. It's your business. You may fall into no categories. That's okay. So what we do here, right? For anybody need a refresher, for anybody that's new here, I clarify 4 different types of relationships. We do single, attached, it's complicated, or situationships, and we close it out with no contact, okay? Now, again, if you're new here, I need to explain something to you about how I dive into the energy for each type of relationship. I do a person 1 and person 2, okay? You can be either person. Because it is a relationship, relationships usually revolve around 2 people in good scenarios, right? So that's why I do person 1 and person 2, because I don't know you guys personally. I mean, I wish I did, but I don't. So I only know that 2 people were in a relationship, a situationship, or whatever, and this is how they feel. So this month you could be person 1, February you could be person 2. It changes, but that's the good thing about knowing your key players in your own story. And that's kind of the part where I end and you begin. Listen to the story. Listen to how person 1 feels and person 2 feels, and then you'll be able to decide where you fall. Okay, Leo? Make sense? Okay. Let's start with person 1. Now, let me get the energy for person 1. For my Leos who are single. For January 2021 as it relates to love. Let me get the energy for person 1. For all my single Leos out there as it relates to love for January 2021. All right, y'all. Person 1 is loyal heart. Leo, I promise y'all, this comes out a lot, and y'all have loyal hearts. Let me go ahead and put that out there. But the number for person 1 is the number 8. 8s talk about rewards and progress, okay? I'm being told to shuffle again for person 2. Is person 2 a difficult because my single Leos, person 2 could be a past person that has you on their mind. Y'all know how y'all do. People get addicted to y'all, okay? Or it could be somebody new coming in. I've heard people even telling me it's a friend of theirs they found out like them, or that it could be a family member. Family member I've only heard twice, so let's just say somebody's in love with you and they want something. Or, like I said, residual energy. But whoever this person 2 is, they're different. Milk and honey for person 2. The number 6. Oh, improvement and harmony. I like that, Leo, so far. I like that. That's cute. All right. Now we're going to pull a message from your higher self for both people in this situation, this single, hopefully new relationship. So this is just a soul's message. This is kind of like what you need to know from your higher self, okay? Whatever the situation is, it's related to a friend, somebody that you either dated in the past and you guys started out as friends and then you got into a relationship and it ended. Somebody feeling sad here. Sad about what? Not appreciating. They didn't appreciate their person. So, Leo, this is a past person. This is residual energy. They didn't have patience, and now they do. But again, let's see who this relates to. Somebody wants forgiveness for the pain they caused. Whoever this was, they know that their actions ended the relationship. I got a feeling that somebody here they're probably not even thinking that this person is feeling regretful, maybe by the way the person is carrying on. This could be, somebody maybe spied on the past person. They're like, you ain't showing no signs of regret, so I don't think you care. It could be like that. Person one is humor. This relationship made them happy. They never laughed the way they laugh with you. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know what that means. Person two is relationships. Now, for person one, they feel like this is a kindred connection, y'all. Something that, like, they feel like they have a past with you. And when I say past, like, past life past. They feel like y'all knew each other so well that it was so deep, that type of connection. Like, it could be twin flames, soulmates. But humor reads, I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. Again, this person is focused on rewards and progress. They're thinking about their loyal heart. Somebody here gave more than they got as far as respect and loyalty. Financially, too. Prince of Pentacles in reverse. This is, I knew it was some financial aspect here. Prince of Wands. I like that. They feel like with person two, you guys were focused on different things. Like, person one feels that person two didn't bring a sense of stability to the relationship. Like, maybe they didn't take it seriously. Like I said, they also weren't they didn't have foresight. I keep hearing that, like a future planner. Like, you know, you have people who plan for the future and they're very, very serious about planning for the future. That's the kind of vibe I'm picking up from person one. They had a plan for the future and person two didn't. And they were very passionate in pursuing their goals. This may not be for more than a handful of you, but some of you guys met either at work or in like a college classroom setting. I don't know why I'm picking it up. Either way, Three of Wands in reverse. They felt this relationship had no sense of direction. And they couldn't deal with that. Yeah, and they're stuck. Well, they got stuck where they had to make a choice. Now, what that choice is, we're going to see in the background noise. Six of Wands. They were dealing with somebody that was an attention whore. They didn't like that. That's the first problem here. They felt like, why isn't my attention enough? Like, I hear, y'all ever heard the song by Beyonce? Dang it. Love Drought. It's on the Lemonade album because I just heard this part of my of her song that she said, not even like, was I not thirsty enough? Was I not thirsty enough? As soon as I saw the Six of Wands and the Five of Pentacles in reverse, they're both in reverse. So the background energy for person one is the things they think about this past relationship, but they haven't really discussed outside of their person, or either they probably never even told their person they felt this way. They just internalized it, or they suppressed it in their subconscious. So they may not even know why they really feel the way they feel about the relationship, but they just know they don't feel right about it. And they don't feel right because they feel like their attention wasn't enough for person two. They feel like they were constantly left out in the cold because person two got a lot of attention. Person two could be doing something where they're in like the spotlight, like they get a lot of attention. Remember, I had a college vibe here. This could be somebody in a fraternity or a sorority. This also could be someone that has a big platform online, like with social media. They could have lots of followers. They get attention, period. Whoever this person is, well, person two, they get attention, basically. And it left person one feeling a lot like they were always left out in the cold. Like they just didn't feel stable within the relationship. And then we had a 7 of Cups in reverse. They felt like they were tired of being in their head about it, so they had to make a choice. Remember I told you they knew they had to make a choice. And their choice was to go towards what makes them happy. So they did think that this could be something committed, but they felt that there were a lot of secrets, that they were divinely guided. They thought it would be best for them to leave this relationship because they had a lot of sleepless nights. There could have been some type of drama that, like I said, some type of drama dealing with attention and some type of deception. Okay, now person 2 has milk and honey. I love it when I see this card. It's a land of milk and honey. It's usually a person that has a sunny outlook on the relationship. They're just like happy-go-lucky, but it's also kind of childish. It's naive. Let me say it like that. Like they were like, I didn't even see problems when they were the one creating it. It's that type of vibe, okay? So their card is relationships. This is their message from their soul. And it says, I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. What is their higher good, though? Is that attention? I'm sorry. Is that what it is? You know, what is it? So let's get the information on person 2. Prince of Swords. They want to come towards person 1. This person wants to come back. Okay? They could be seeing a totally different view of this relationship now that you guys have been separated. 8 of Swords. They are very apprehensive. They feel a lot of anxiety about trying to come forward with this truth. Some type of honesty they want to bring. They want to bring some healing to it. We got the Star here. And they have a lot of hope. Hope springs eternal. They have hope that one day this will come back together. But they have healed. They have changed a lot of their ways, I feel like. We got that Queen of Wands in reverse. They just feel like the first thing I feel is that in the past, they could charm person 1. They're attractive. Whoever person 2 is, they're attractive and they know it. And their need for attention, they've realized that. And they're still working through it though, but they are realizing that person 1 was for their highest good. Their background noise about the relationship is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. They feel like they took a huge major loss as far as stability is involved. Then they have the 5 of Wands due to drama, outside influences, allowing other people to get into it, allowing their ego to get into it, attention. Wands. Then we have the Emperor in reverse. Their lack of control. They're noticing that. And then the 10 of Wands. They feel very burdened here. They want to come back because they really do feel like this is a deep connection for them now too. They feel like this is like soulmate for them now too. But they know that it is going to be an uphill battle to get it right. They know that they caused a lot of stress on person 1. They know they did. They know they destabilized this relationship. But now they're seeing that all those people that I let get in the way of us and caused us to break up, it wasn't even worth it because those people did not serve my highest good. Person 1 is still loyal to person 2, but it's just not any communication. They just kind of like, you know what, they may feel like they weren't good enough for person 1. Like I said, they gave so much of themselves, heart, soul, all that type of stuff, and I think they just kind of feel like they just didn't feel good enough, left out in the cold. It wasn't a self-esteem issue though. They were just like, I must not be what you want because you all the way over there, you taking all this attention getting in your head. It's that type of vibe. Person 1 isn't insecure. They're not insecure. They just know when they need to leave a room. Let's say it that way. Okay? Hopefully you get that. So, humor, because friendship, this person made them laugh. Nobody has ever made them laugh the way that person 2 does. When they think of person 2, they do have good memories. They just like, gosh, you know, like, what was up with them? This is something I actually feel like could come back together. We'll pull a potential outcome card once I get done with the numerology, okay? Now, let me get a message for person 1 for their feelings and guidance forward about how to deal with this, or how they're currently dealing with it. That could tell us something since they're single. Look at the bigger picture. It's love there. We got the full moon in Sagittarius, so you could be dealing with another fire sign, or there could be a fire sign as a key player here. We also have some swords, but Aquarius. So that's the air sign. You could be dealing with other air signs outside of Aquarius. So we got Gemini, Libra. You got a lot of wand energy. And you had Pentacles. So we kind of have every zodiac sign besides water on the table. Okay? Let's get the Moonology card for person 2. Then we're going to pull the potential outcome for the situation. Get a Moonology card for person 2. For my single Leos as it relates to love for January 2021. It's time to release negativity. Scorpio, finally got some water. Yeah, remember I told you person 2 is very anxious and they're worried about if this truth that they want to speak will really heal this relationship. I feel like if they come forward, it could. It really could. All right, so potential outcome. That was quick. Oh, y'all look, Prince of Cups. Love offer. I like this, Leo. I like this for my single Leos. I really do. Okay, so now what we're going to do is move on to attached, okay? You are more than welcome to stay. Or you can leave if you got your message. If you're like me, I would leave. I'll leave so quick. Listen, I know when to leave the table. I'm one of those type of people. Like, this ain't my problem no more. But if you want to stay, listen to the other signs you can, or see if another shoe fits, right? All right. For my attached Leos, for January 2021, let me get the energy for person 1. Let me get the energy for person 1. For my Leos, for January 2021 as it relates to love, attached. There's some division going on right now. Not seeing eye to eye. Everything that glitters ain't gold. Huh. What does that mean for you, Leo? Everything that glitters ain't gold. I don't know. Maybe nothing. All right, let me get the energy for person 1 for my attached Leos as it relates to love for January 2021. Co-create. Stability and balance. Person 2 is Yang. New beginnings. Now, let me go ahead and say this off the bat, okay? Whoever person 1 is, they see or they feel that you guys are kind of like this relationship where opposites attract. You person 1 probably feel like they would have never been attached to a person like person 2. Somebody's having some mental health things. They could have had a loss in their family. They could be dealing with depression. Something is pulling at their mind, like keeping them kind of wrapped up in their head, and they're not talking to their partner about it. Somebody here has a sense of regret. It's love here. This is all built on love, but somebody's saying, but love ain't enough. Somebody's fearful of the future, and I don't understand why. You've been guided to be patient, both of you, okay? Some money stuff going on here. You guys are so close. Y'all probably were friends when y'all were younger. I knew each other when y'all were younger. Y'all have some type of history together, okay? So person 1, now I just pulled that from the middle here. I pulled this card from the middle. In person one, you have patience. And person one is the one that looks at this relationship as opposites attracting. Okay. And they see that person one knows that within this relationship, even though you guys are opposites, you balance each other out. Like their strengths or your weaknesses, vice versa, right? For person two, we have acceptance. What is co-create for person one for my attached Leos? How does that relate to patience? Is it about the opposites attracting? More. All right. Now, for person one in this relationship, their card is patience. Patience reads, I accept that everything happens in divine order. They have to accept something, and person two is dealing with acceptance. Yeah, y'all are balancing each other out here. There's a balance here. We have the Four of Swords, healing. When healing came up, and I'm looking at the birds, somebody here lost somebody really close to them in this relationship, and I feel like it's person one. If you identify with person one and how they view this relationship, you've lost a family member recently. It's healing, but I feel like there's some does person one want to take a break from this relationship because they don't feel supported? Six of Wands in reverse. They feel like they're not getting any attention, any support. They don't feel supported. Too much has happened here. Ten of Swords. They want to take a break from this. They want to heal. And they've recently taken some type of loss that has emotionally hurt. Like they are in emotional pain and their partner is supporting them. Yeah, and they feeling defensive. They got the Seven of Wands here. They really feel just like powerless right now. Their main thing is this relationship has been going on for a while, and they've always been the one that was a strong partner. That's their balance. Their balance is they bring the emotional strength to the relationship. They're always emotionally supporting their partner. They never ask for emotional support, even though they've needed it. They're probably the type to say, well, you'll give it to me when I really need it. And with it, I don't know if it happened in the last year or if it happened coming into January, into this new year, but person one is like, now that it's my turn to need support emotionally, I'm not getting it. I'm actually being ignored. And then their background noise is the Justice card in reverse. Imbalanced. They feel like I put in too much here to not get anything back. And they actually have. They actually have given a lot. And they had a Queen of Pentacles. They know that they have been a good partner. They know they're nurturing. They know they're loving and they're caring. Like I told you, this person is really good at supporting their partners, being there for their partners, taking care of the house, regardless of a man or a woman. They're just an ideal partner. And they've been that. And now they feel like, I'm not getting back what I've given in. And that's not right. And they feel very burdened by this. Because they have the Ten of Wands. And then we have the World, but we have it in reverse. It's like they are going back and forth in their mind about, do I really want to end this over this? They're not sure yet. They're really not sure. They don't know if this needs to be the end of a cycle. And it's kind of burdensome to them because they've been hurt in this relationship. This could be a really long-standing relationship. Like I told you, there's some people here that have known each other since high school or prior. May have dated in high school and reconnected after years. May have dated in the past and reconnected. So you guys have history. And a lot of betrayal and hurt has happened here because of somebody's lack of attention to their partner, but being attention whore. They love attention, but they're not giving it to the people next to them, the people that they lay next to every night. They're not pouring into this person. And person one feels that they are not getting the balance that they need within this relationship, and that's what they're seeking. And they keep telling themselves, well, you know, you're so different from them, and they've never been the type to do that. But they're to the point where now they're like, I don't want to tell myself that anymore. I need more. I feel like they've even asked for more, and there's been an argument behind it. But their advice is patience, to give it some time. Now, person two, we have yang. Yang is masculine energy, and it has to be balanced out. And it was balanced out by person one, because person one did have the Queen of Pentacles energy. They know that they're nurturing. They give off that feminine, that divine feminine quality. And whether you're male or female, we all have both aspects in us. We have male or masculine qualities and feminine qualities. But this person exhibits a lot of their masculine qualities, okay? They the head honcho. They the man type of person. Even if they don't call themselves a man, they just got that kind of attitude. It's like just very me-centered. This person's coming off as, and that's not necessarily a masculine quality, but it's something about this person where they feel like all eyes on me, and if it's on anybody else, I don't like that. So picking that up, let's see if I am correct. Their card is acceptance. Acceptance says, I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. What is it that they can't change? Let's see. They get a lot of ones, so you could be dealing with another fire sign, Leo. You could be dealing with the Aries or Sagittarius or Leo like yourself. You got the Princess of Cups in reverse. Oh, person two starting to see that the level of love and emotional support that they used to get, they're not getting it no more. Got the Nine of Swords in reverse. But see, let me keep going before I say anything. Yep. Okay, so we got Devil in reverse. They're thinking that the lack of love is that they're receiving from their partner, like that emotional investment that they used to get, the emotional support in a sense, they feel like it has something to do with past things that they've done. They're thinking that that person won't let something go. But that's not what it is. And they're like thinking to themselves, I haven't done anything recently to stress you. I haven't done anything to put you in a toxic tie. I don't want to bring toxicity into this relationship. Person two has been working on rebuilding the trust, I feel like, in this relationship. Something happened. And they're like, I have to rebuild trust. And they have really focused in on that. So do you guys recall where I said person one has said to them, you don't emotionally support me like I support you? And I said there was an argument about it and nothing's getting resolved here. It's because person two is under the impression that person one is talking about past hurts. They feel like they haven't gotten the resolution that they wanted. They feel like person two hasn't done enough. That's how person two sees it. We never say that's what it is. The way they see it, though, is that you still mad about some old stuff I ain't even doing now. I done stopped doing all that. Yeah. And they're being cold about it. They're being emotionally cold. Because they really feel like, I have showed you what I need to show you. I know I'm not doing anything, so I'm not emotionally investing anything. I already did what I had to do to be forgiven. Not realizing that relationships you have to continue to work at. You have to continue to pick up the slack. So if your partner needs emotional support, it doesn't matter what the hell it's about. You need to give it to them. They're learning to, I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. They need to accept that they did wrong in the past. Let that guilt go from doing wrong in the past, because all this type of energy comes from them still feeling guilty. They feel like they haven't done enough because maybe they didn't get praise for doing what they need to be doing in a relationship, or for their efforts at reconciling with their partner. Yes, there has been a lot of hurt, but I don't really know what person one needs emotional support on so much, but they're tired. Like I said, there is someone here that identifies with person one, and they lost somebody recently, and they, somebody passed away, and they need some emotional support. There's also someone that's a person one, where there was a stab in the back again. And it happened during this year, even if it didn't happen recently. And they're just like, I'm tired. Do I take a break from this? Do I back away from this? And they're just defensive right now. And they need to continue to put in the work. Person two needs to continue to put in the work, but they don't feel like they should. They feel like they've done enough. And that's the messed up part, because their background noise is the Emperor reverse. They feel like they were out of control, right? When it comes to this relationship and respecting it. But then we have the Judgment card, where they feel like they deserve second chances because they always come back. They always reroute themselves to the relationship. They step out of it and then come back. And that's the Three of Wands. And then we have the Princess of Wands. They feel like they're learning to control these impulses. But something about person two with the tension, a lot of wand energy for them. Then we got the Devil in reverse, so toxic ties, infidelity, things that hurt marriages, addictions. They've had times where they just had no self-control and they did things to hurt this relationship, and now they're in a different place where they're not doing those type of things. And so they feel like because they're not doing it, they don't have to show anything else, and that's not true. And like I said, on top of it, they've been emotionally cold. Now, let me see. Let's get the Moonology card for person one to close out the reading with. This is just kind of the energy for January. Person one is not the type to make a lot of noise about their needs, because they genuinely enjoy making their partner's lives easy. They like being an asset. They like being the go-to person. They like being the nurturer. They don't necessarily want to be nurtured. They love to love on others, but they feel like their love is being wasted sometimes, and that it's not being acknowledged. They don't feel acknowledged a lot of the times, and then they feel like they're to a point where they're like, yeah, I knew we were opposites attract, but I feel like now we're too different. It's kind of that type of vibe. And person two isn't understanding how serious this is right now. But like I said, the advice for person one in this attachment is to be patient through January. Try to talk through it. The advice for person two is to accept that you did wrong. Accept that you have to continue to do work for those things that you did in the past. No, you can't go back, but moving forward, you have to continue to put the work in to get your partner's trust back, to get your partner to see you in that new light that you see yourself in, okay? That's a part of being in a commitment. You're committed to it. You have to show them that you're not that person anymore, that it's not always about you. You're not always onto new energy constantly. And this person feels like it should be a new beginning in the relationship because they know they're not doing that stuff anymore. I'm speaking on person two, but their person is just needing a little bit more emotional reassurance, and they haven't been getting that lately. So that's the advice for January, you guys. Now, person one, your Moonology advice for dealing with your feelings for January is believe in the impossible. And you have the blue moon. I know how you feel about it, you know, but try to talk it out with your partner. Try to find ways where you can trust the process with your person again, and then let them know what works for you. If you guys have to rework it throughout the month, say, okay, yeah, I thought that was going to help reassure me, but it's not. Person one just needs some additional reassurance. There could have been something that triggered them going into January. Our person one may get triggered in January, and person two will have to reassure them all over again for their lack of control in the past. I don't care if they haven't done it in a year. That's a part of the commitment, especially for January. So person two, emotions are running high. Remember I told y'all, person two is, I'm not doing that. I ain't doing it. If I ain't hurting you, I'm not gonna make amends anymore. I'm tired of trying to make up for something I ain't did no more. I'm over it. You should be over it type of attitude. Yeah. So for them, it's emotions are running high, supermoon. So they're blowing a lot of things out of proportion. and not taking them seriously enough. Like, they'll blow it out of proportion, but they're not putting the seriousness on top of it that they should. They're not asking the questions they should ask. They're more focused on the fact that I feel like you can't get over the past. And that, even if it is, you have to work at a problem until it's actually solved, not until you're over it, if you're person 2, okay? Now, we're going to be moving on to situationships and things that are complicated, all right? Let me see. All right. Let me get the energy for person 1, for my Leos that are in situationships or things that are complicated. Let me get the energy for person 1, for my Leos that are in situationships or things that are complicated. Let me get the energy for person 1 and person 2, for my Leos that are in situationships or complicated relationships for January 2021 as it relates to love. One more. Leo, please be advised. This is just an FYI update, a refresher, okay? You can be person 1 or person 2, okay? You can be person 1 this month, person 2 next month. Now, I know the energy, but because I don't know you guys personally, I can't tell you if you're person 1 or person 2. You would have to get a personal reading for that, okay, y'all? For me to be able to target your energy. But when I speak on person 1 and person 2, there are usually, under normal circumstances, 2 people in a relationship. That's why I say person 1 and person 2. It is up to you to listen to the story and decide where you fall, okay, Leo? You'll know if you're person 1 based on person 1's view of this relationship and vice versa. I really hope that makes sense. Let's continue to dive in, okay? Now, for person 1, we have between worlds. And this is the number 3. So it's about being acknowledged. Walking away from something you're not acknowledged in or going towards something when you are acknowledged. Could be their energy. For person 2, we have why. Like, why? They want answers. They have the number 4. They felt some sense of stability in this, and they're trying to figure out, why is it complicated? Why can't we get it back on track? Somebody is worried about being judged by their family and friends. I don't know why. Somebody here could be in a same-sex relationship. Someone has self-esteem issues behind this. There's one person in this situation that they're trying to stay focused on building their future, and they feel like this relationship gets them off track. So it's why they take breaks from it a lot. One person is honest, but to a fault. Just brutally honest. And they're in denial about the words that they say and how they hurt the other person. There's a lot of humor and good times between both of you. And if somebody has a sense of regret about giving this so much energy. Okay. Let me get the soul's message for person 1. From their higher self, how they view this relationship. Adversity. Adversity says, I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. Person 2, what is their soul's message? It is loneliness. Loneliness reads, I know that I am never alone. Now, this person 1 is closed off. Let me get the energy for person 1 What is between worlds and how does that relate to adversity? What is between worlds for person 1 and how does that relate to adversity? How do they tie in together? What is between worlds? What's this acknowledgement about? Nine of Wands. The Ten of Wands. You could be dealing with another fire sign here. Nine of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles. This relationship, well, situationship, makes person 1 feel like it's a constant battle a lot of the times. Like, they feel like a wounded warrior here. Like, it's too much of a burden, and they don't know sometimes if they should stay or go. They were single, abundant, happy, flourishing. They had the edges and everything before they got into the situationship. It has stressed them, but it has also made them want to be a husband or a wife. They have wanted to devote themselves to this person, but it's just been a burden trying to get this relationship from this to that. I feel like there's also someone here, there's somebody here in this is complicated reading that actually was engaged to or married to person 2, and there is either a divorce that has taken place or is taking place, so it's complicated, and they don't want to go back to their single life, but just so much has happened. The background noises is that, oh wow, okay, oh, that's a lot of majors. So this is kind of like divinely guided. All right, so we have the Magician in reverse over the Devil in reverse, the Chariot in reverse, and then the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So person 1 feels like they need to move along, period. They feel like they cannot manifest anything here, and they've had so many signs that show them they can't manifest. The more they give, the less they get back. There is toxicity within the relationship that they want to release themselves from. They have probably dealt, like, somebody, it may not be person 1, but somebody here is using drugs, alcohol, partying, and things like that to distract themselves from their hurt and all the burden that this relationship causes. They feel like there's no forward movement. They don't think it's going to ever get better. It will never get better. They're like, I'm not supposed to be married to you. You are not the one for me. I just want to adjust my crown and go on about my business. And they're done being juggled. They feel like they get juggled a lot in this situation. They feel like there was a sense of direction here, but they no longer do. And they've experienced so much in this relationship that they've realized their own worth. They're tired of being on the defense all the time. They're tired of feeling constantly like they're being beat down on just for loving this person. It's that type of feeling. They like, I don't know if I should stay or if I should go because we have history. When they met this person, they were single. And they thought they were going to be more. And they're like, you're not giving me the things that I need here. You know, like, you're not investing in me like I've invested in you. I've given you myself, and you could care less. I would have been happier single. I wouldn't have had to deal with all this adversity and all this outside crap, like outside influences. Now, person 2, what is why about, and how does it relate to loneliness? Why and loneliness? What is this about? I'm not going to take those. Why and loneliness. The Emperor in reverse, feeling out of control. I can feel like person one is controlling too. I got the King of Swords in reverse. This conversation is awful. This person, the communication is just really disrespectful between both of y'all, period. There is a lack of support in this thing. There's some third party energy here. They got their Chariot in reverse too. They feel like they are not going to be, there's not going to be no forward movement. They also have the Magician in reverse, feeling like they can't manifest this. Prince of Cups in reverse. They don't feel like they were, the offer of love that they received, they don't feel like they ever really received that. Even though person one nurtured and loved here, they don't feel it. They didn't feel it on that level. They didn't feel like they were loved. They really didn't. Then we got the Ace of Wands here. So like the passion and stuff is going out of the relationships. And we have the King of Pentacles. This is somebody that, we got a king and a queen here. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like this, y'all could have been married and now you're going through a divorce, but still fucking around, because I see a lot of wands. Y'all could be going back and forth on if you want to really get this divorce. That's the complicated part of this. But again, there is some people here that have been together for a long time. This is, y'all could have been engaged and then called it off. And you keep going back and forth. This is some type of deep history where there was like some future planning and then it got put on halt. And both people feel like they did not get what they bargained for. There's really like, in this, there's, no one is, how can I put this? Usually there's somebody that did wrong and the other person that tried to do right and got hurt. Both people literally, y'all had really, yeah, it was an idealism here about what this was supposed to be. Person one felt like they always had to be on guard, that it was a bunch of arguments, it was a burden. They felt like they were better off single. And that they actually tried to commit, they tried to invest. Person two feels like they were being controlled. Like, first of all, they lack a sense of control. Let's speak on that first, okay? But their thing is they looking at it as the other person was bossy, did not always tell the truth to me. I felt like I was lied to. I felt like the way we talked to each other was disrespectful. Both people, that's how they feel. They feel like it was disrespectful constantly when you guys talked. Especially whatever you're doing right now, there's nothing but argument. And I mean like below the belt nasty shit being said. Then this whole Three of Pentacles in reverse, they know that they don't just feel like they had third party energy. They feel like person one did too. And they feel like there's no forward movement. They feel like there's nothing that they can fix. They don't feel like they can manifest love. And this Prince of Cups in reverse makes me feel like it was a proposal. Like somebody was engaged and y'all called it off. For somebody out there, person one, it could be either one of y'all, honestly. Somebody found somebody else that they felt like they were way more attached to, that they had better passion with, that it was who they wanted to give their cup to. They called up the engagement and went and got engaged to somebody else. I want to say it's person one that did it. Because this person right here, they have, like I said, it's the King of Pentacles in the background. So this Ace of Wands stopped the commitment. This stability. It stopped it. And they can't manifest this relationship because they don't no longer want to get a cup. They found something else they wanted. And we even have the Empress in reverse. They just, Empress in reverse, Seven of Wands in reverse, the World in reverse, and then the Sun. So there could be two different types of Leos here, but either way, both people feel like this relationship, this complicated situation is beyond repair. It's just beyond repair. But person 2 feels lonely regardless, if they don't really understand why it ended because they feel their own way about it, or they were left because person 1 decided to go off with somebody else they felt more compatible with. So yeah, it could be vice versa too, like I said, but only y'all know. Somebody here thought they were getting married to a person and then found out they weren't, and they left person 2 feeling very lonely. They felt very lonely. What is the Moonology message for person 1 here? It's have faith in your dreams for person 1. And it's a waxing crescent moon. So, like I said, person 1 could be the believer. They could feel that this relationship just is too much of a burden and they've been hurt and they were better off single. But it's saying having faith in your dreams and that moving from one side to another side. Remember, they were between worlds. They literally walking from a gray area into green skies, green and blue, pretty colors, where their world has more color in it now. And if they are the one that left to be with somebody else, like broke off the engagement to be with somebody else, they've been dealing with a lot of pushback from family members, friends. You know, people, I like the other person, and you know that person, her, and they calling me, talking about how you did them. It's that type of thing. If not, they just left it, and they know that it's for the best. Either way, they need to have faith in their choices, okay? Then person 2, emotions are running high. I told y'all, person 2, they feel like this was out of their control. They asking why. I really feel like person 2 got left. And they cannot talk to person 1 without there being some nasty stuff said. We got 3 of Pentacles in reverse of being cheated on, or having, this could have even been a friend, a mutual friend of y'all that I'm leaning towards person 1 was the one that took off and left. But like I said, it could be vice versa, and I don't know. But for January, this is how it's playing out. Emotions are running high. The communication is disrespectful between y'all at this point. It's complicated because something stopped forward movement, and it was due to outside sources. You could be dealing with the Gemini. I kept seeing that. We got the Chariot, so we got Cancer. We got a lot of Pentacles, y'all, and Wands. So Earth signs are fire signs. So you got fire signs like yourself, another Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. Or you could be dealing with Earth sign, like I said. So you got Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. I really feel like it was person 1 that, like I said, I don't know. That's the one part of it that I'm not too sure about. I'm only pulling and saying, because person 2 could have left and called off the engagement to do something else or be with somebody else, and that person could be leaving them in January. That's not showing up here. But just how I'm reading the energy, it leans more towards person 1 that left, and now they're getting a lot of pushback and they don't have support from their family and friends because of what they did. But they felt burdened in this relationship. They did. And I'm not saying that's right. I'm just telling y'all, they need support for something. And they feel burdened. They feel like they should have stayed single. And maybe they feel like that because they met somebody else. And then person 2 is asking why. They feeling lonely. They have this Emperor in reverse, feeling out of control. The King of Swords in reverse. Not being able to talk to the person without being extremely upset. And just, they get emotions are running high. Their emotions, of course, are running high. We got the King of Swords in reverse, and then we got the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. So remember I told y'all this relationship was destabilized. So the stability of it was changed by a third party situation. And when I see the Three of Pentacles, it always makes me think of the person that got cheated on. They are very close with the person that took their spot. They're very close with them and they know of them. It could be somebody that they worked with or their partner worked with. It was close to home. That's the point. It was like really close to home. And it stopped the forward movement of the relationship. But if it was person 2 that left, I called out the engagement. They left because they felt lonely. So I hope that balances it out. Because like I said, I don't know y'all personally. But somebody got left here. Something happened. Now, we're going to move on to no contact. Let's see what energy we can pull for no contact. All right. No contact, Leos. Let me get the energy for person 1 and person 2. Let me get the energy for person 1 and person 2. For my Leos dealing with no contact situations. Energy for person 1 and the energy for person 2. For my Leos and no contact situations for January 2021 as it relates to love. Let me get the energy for person 1 and person 2. One more. All right, Leos. For my no contact Leos, this is just a refresher. You can be person 1 or person 2. Because I don't know y'all personally. I don't know if you're person 1 or person 2. The only thing I know is that most relationships and connections involve 2 people, usually, right? But I do person 1 and person 2 because I'm just pulling energy. Again, you could be person 1 this month, and then next month you could try to be person 2 within that same category. What I want you to do is be open to the message. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't apply to you. If you listen to the message, you'll know which person you are because it'll relate to your story. You know your key players, I don't. The only way I would know if you're person 1 or person 2 is if I was doing a personal reading, because then that will be your energy I'm pulling on and the energy that surrounds you, you know. But because this is collective, that's hard to isolate. But I want to make sure you understand how the person you're thinking of or the person you're connected to, the one you call your person, how they feel too, okay? Now, no contact. Let me get that person 1 energy. Here we go. Between worlds. This is so weird. This just came out. I just shuffled and shuffled and shuffled, and this just came out for no contact. It came out for complicated, now it's coming out for no contact. Person 2, we have why. That is the weirdest thing. Y'all just saw me shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. I'm going with it, okay? Person 1, we have between worlds. It's number 3. 3 talks about not feeling acknowledged or supported. Then for person 2, we have why, and this is number 4. It's about stability and balance, okay? Somebody is really being patient, waiting on you guys to talk again. They feel like this could be a successful relationship if one person opens up, okay? They feel like another person here just has a lot of pride. And they're blocking this. That's why they're maintaining the patience. Somebody here is in denial about this. Another person is being affected as far as their self-esteem goes. One more. You guys had a close friendship when you were talking before it became no contact. You guys probably went from being friends and something got a little too serious for one person here. Person 1, we have patience. Person 2, perseverance. Let's get the energy for person 1. What is between worlds mean and how does it relate to patience? Between worlds and does this relate to patience for person one? For Leos dealing with no contact situations for January 2021. What's this about? What is between worlds about? And how does this relate to patience for person one? For my Leos in no contact situations. We have the Hierophant, so you could be dealing with the Taurus. Somebody wants commitment here. Serious commitment. But they also felt the need. Okay, wait, I think I know what's happening here. Yep, 8 of Swords in reverse. Person one. 2 of Swords in reverse. Person one was the blocker. And even though they did all this damn blocking, they still think about person two, and they think about reaching out. They think about contact, but I feel like they're waiting for person two to make the contact. The reason I feel like this is that person two, this isn't y'all first rodeo, okay? This ain't the first time y'all don't have no contact, and person two is usually the one that always contacts them, so they sitting there like on their little high horse, like I'm just waiting. Not saying that's bad, but person one is waiting for communication. Even though they blocked this person, they probably done unblocked them at this point. They probably have. I don't know. We're gonna send the background noise. But there could be a Taurus or a Capricorn that's a key player here within this no contact situation, okay? Now, this person is in between worlds, like I said. So being in between worlds is about being acknowledged, and they're waiting for some type of contact. But at the same time of waiting on this contact from this past person who they blocked, they're still seeing other people, right? And I think they're mainly doing this as a distraction. So let's see what the background noise is. Justice, yeah. They blocked, I'm trying to tell you they blocked. Okay, so they've changed their mind though during this no contact period. So they wanted something that was committed. And I feel like they released themselves from person two because a difference of lifestyle. There was something about person two's lifestyle that person one just couldn't vibe with. You know, they couldn't tell their friends and stuff about it. It's something that they feel would bring them shame. I don't know. And they were very anxious about leaving this connection because they really did feel like it was something based in friendship. They felt like there was a connection, but they just didn't know if it was going to give them that type of marriage or commitment they wanted. They didn't want to play around for a period of time. So they also realized that, like I said, person two had some type of addictions. There was some type of toxicity, something going on where they felt like this person wasn't going to be good boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, husband, wife material. And they made a split-second decision. They were anxious about this decision, but they're coming out of this period now of overthinking it. And they made a decision. Like I said, they want to come out of the dark in a sense and talk to person two again, but they're not willing to reach out. And their background noise, and again, when I'm telling you they're not willing to reach out, we have the Justice card in reverse, the 8 of Wands in reverse, no communication, blocks in communication, imbalance in this relationship. We have the 4 of Swords, taking a break, healing, blocking, and then we have the King of Cups in reverse, not emotionally available, being emotionally manipulative. Like I told you, this person one, you don't even know you. Listen, I get it. You want to play a little emotional game, and you trying to be patient, and you wait for them to come back to you because they always do. If you are person one, you hear me right now. Listen, I know your person. When you go no contact, they chase you, right? I don't know if they're gonna do that right now, and I feel like they've thought about this. And I don't know if they're going to chase you. Your card for patience says, I accept that everything happens in divine order, right? And so it's like you're waiting for something to happen. Like you think you're going to run into them somewhere, or like, you know, bumping them somewhere, pull up to them, next to them at a stoplight or something, run into them at a Walmart or the mall. And that's not how this is going to go. So it's about you getting a change of perception about being able to say you were wrong, being able, when I say you were wrong, I don't mean it in that you really did something bad. You made a choice based on what you wanted at the time when you went no contact. But I don't feel like it's the first time y'all done this no contact thing. When I say mean you're wrong, it's more about a change of perception about how you treat people that you really care about. Like I said, somebody got a lot of pride, and the pride is really coming off this side over here. And I know that you came out of, I'm feeling you coming out of that type of vibe, but you still don't want to reach out. You still haven't gotten that far yet in releasing pride. You like, I'm not going to reach out because then I would have to say, I should have never blocked you. And I feel like I had a reason for blocking them. And I'm pretty sure you did, person one. If you're person one here, I'm pretty sure person one had a reason for blocking person two. Okay? So, now, just you gonna be waiting a while for this contact. That's all I'm trying to tell you, okay? So for person two in this no contact situation, person two asking why, and they're trying to get answers. And it's put them in a really kind of not so good place. This no contact left them feeling like they needed to heal themselves too. It's hurt. And their card is perseverance, and perseverance says, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. I feel like it was hard for them to heal this time around. Yeah. Yeah, the Seven of Cups in reverse. They were in their head for a while, but not anymore. Emotionally, yeah, if I could talk right, y'all. Emotionally, they're in a better place because it's made them feel burdened. They've made their mind up that they don't want that anymore. They used to think of all the different options and things that you guys could do in the future. They wanted this. They just don't want the burden that comes with it. Then we got the Prince of Pentacles. They are moving towards something more solid. And I don't know if that's you, person one, yet. I don't think they're going to feed this any more attention. Not to you, because the Prince of Pentacles here, he is going this direction. Nothing is pointing to person one's cards. The background noise is the Justice card in reverse. They feel like there's an imbalance here. Mainly, the imbalance to them is the constant on and off. So we have the Justice card in reverse, the World in reverse. It's like this cycle, I don't feel like it's going to ever end. It's going to constantly be imbalanced. It will never be fair. The Eight of Wands in reverse, tired of being blocked, and the Four of Swords. Yeah. They are tired of being blocked and being left to heal themselves. They are tired of being blocked. And I feel like this blocking, when it does occur, when person one blocks them, it's for a very long time, and they're tired. They're like, this is not what I see a balanced relationship being. I'm tired of it. These cycles are just ongoing, constantly, same cycle. Then we got the Eight of Wands and that Four of Swords. Like when they block me, I'm left to heal myself. And then they try to come back like nothing happened. This person is like, they don't even get apologies. That's how they feel like. They don't even apologize to me. And so perseverance for them means moving forward. So they want commitment, y'all. They want somebody that wants them. Somebody that's passionate about them. Somebody that, like I said, that wants commitment. They spy on person one, but they don't spy on them to go their way. I think they spy on them because in their minds, they're thinking, you had to know which direction you were going in when you left me. I mean, I think they were just trying to see who is the other person. Because I know you left me for another person. They feel like they got left for another person. Now, I don't know if that's what person one did. I'm not picking up that vibe from person one, though. I'm picking up more of a... worried about being judged vibe from person one. Like, what would people think about me if I date somebody like you? Or there could be people in person one's family that don't like person two. It could be just something real, something that they could get past as adults. But for person one, they feel like they would be torn in between this side of their lives and in this side of their lives. They really feel like they would be torn, and they actually felt like they had to hide their connection to person one, and that they know they couldn't commit to them because it was just too many differences in their mind. They were judging it too much. They were worried about what people thought, and it kept them so anxious about making a decision. And now they're ready to go towards person two. Now they don't care about people think. And I ain't saying person two don't want to hear it. What I'm saying is that they don't think they're going. They like, if I do hear from you again, by then hopefully I'm in something else. That's kind of the energy they have. They're trying to go towards things that are stable, even if it's slow moving. Because we got the Knight of Pentacles. They're moving slow towards it, but they've made a mind up that they don't want to be in anything that keeps them emotionally confused. What's the potential outcome here for January going into February? What's the potential outcome for my Leos dealing with a no contact situation? Potential outcome. Yeah, let's see. Two of Wands in reverse. No forward movement, really. There's really no plans to go towards. Person one is not going to say anything during January. I'm feeling like, yeah, we still got this Justice card in reverse, the imbalance. Five of disc in reverse, Ace of disc in reverse, Six of Swords. It's just, Nine of Swords in reverse, Princess of Cups in reverse, Three of Pentacles in reverse. It's more waiting. It's just more waiting. It's still imbalanced. Somebody tired of being left out in the cold, and they're trying to come from out of being left out of the cold, but there still isn't any balance. We got the Ace of disc here. There still is no sense of stability. Even if another person is not stressing at night, we got the Princess of Cups here because there's no offer of love. So this is why, like, person one wouldn't even know where to start because they can let their pride get in the way. Then person two is trying to move on. They're not even thinking that this is a possibility. So if you're person one, you may want to reach out because they're not going to do it because they feel like it's just a merry-go-round in this situation. Now, let's pull Moonology cards for how you guys can stabilize your emotions, whether you're person one or person two. We'll pull a card for both people, and then we'll close out the reading, okay? Get a Moonology card for person one and person two for my Leos dealing with no contact situations for January 2021. Be bold and make the first move. Number one. This probably be if you person number one, it's probably your first time even reaching out to them, because usually they chasing. Usually they are the chaser, usually. Person two, take time to breathe out. Keep moving slow, like you're doing if you're person two. Keep moving slow. Don't worry about your person, or basically don't worry about person one reaching out. You are right to persevere. Go towards a person that doesn't require you to chase after them. That it doesn't require all this attention just to feel loved. And I'm not saying that's how person one is. I'm saying that person two views person one that way. They looking at it as, I don't want to chase after anybody else. I'm tired of chasing people. Like, and they looking at it as like this type of attention whore type of energy. Even though I don't really know what person one is. I don't know if they were the attention whore. I think they just care a lot about what people think, honestly. So that's the person that don't really like attention, right? They don't want you to focus on them, but person two is picking up this vibe of you just want to be chased, like you more special than me, and that's not fair to me. I feel like this is imbalanced. I should feel special too. Why am I always the one having to chase after you? So that's kind of what it is. All right, you guys. So Leo, I really wish you the best January. Welcome to a new year. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video.